Joe, how you doing?
Oh, dude, I'm okay. Good to be back. How are you doing?
Yeah, it's weird seeing you in person again, dude. Really close.
I know. We're almost a little bit too close.
Really
today.
intimate.
Yeah.
Change your body heats. Yeah, but how you been now? All right.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Moved into my new place.
Yeah, how's that?
Yeah, really nice actually. Like I've done all the difficult things like moving all the stuff and organising all the bills and all the long stuff. It's done.
It's the mess.
It's done. So
nightmare stuff. I was saying to Dan the other day, because I was watching back the podcast on YouTube, and I was like, Joel, your setup, it's like, it was almost like you were sitting in front of a green screen. The backdrop just looked so crisp.
Oh, you like
the setup?
it?
Yeah, it looks clean, man. I like it.
Yeah,
Get a few more books on a bookshelf.
Yeah, no, I'll try.
And yeah, man, I like it. It's good. It's a good little setup there.
Yeah, it's decent. It is decent. I'm happy.
Nice, man. All right, this week, where should we start? I think let's start off with the dollar, because obviously now we're seeing the dollar move like crazy right now, aren't we? The moves are pretty insane. What's your take on it? Obviously, we've had. Bear in mind, today we're fighting at the moment. We're fighting at the moment to try and push for a positive close, because if we did finish in a negative today, that would be 9 straight weeks.
Yeah,
9 straight weeks. Obviously, we even mentioned in our last video, podcast, that how cases for dollar bears are weakening.
We did. And I think this week has definitely continued that argument. I mean, the two standout things for me this week, like the dollar has been choppy, as I'm sure you're about to show everybody with the chart. But the two standout things have been, number one, the FOMC disappointed. The FOMC minutes disappointed, didn't they? Not really any indications of the really dovish policies that markets wanted, like yield curve control, average inflation targeting. So markets were disappointed by that. And obviously, when a central bank is not as dovish as expected, that is a positive for a currency, because it's kind of the same as being hawkish, isn't it?
Exactly.
And then obviously today's bad Eurozone data has really hurt Euro, which is a big dollar positive as well. So those two things.
Euro's heavily weighted in the Dixie. So, yeah, man. And I think one thing to note, a few people have been sort of disregarding, is I was looking yesterday, the average cases in the US the last couple of days have slipped below 50k now. Yeah. Which is good.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, we were topping like towards 70k, weren't we, at one point?
Dude, it was looking bad, yeah.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
So that's calming down, and perhaps we're getting on a more equilibrium.
Yeah, I think so.
With everyone else. I think because... Sorry, go on.
Well, yeah, just further to what you're saying, I think we might be seeing the tables turning a little bit, because for a long time it was like, the outbreak's really bad in the US, but things are fine in Europe. That was in June and July. That's when we saw the dollar fall. But now we're seeing, like you say, cases stabilising in the US, but we're seeing quite big increases in Europe. Yeah. Like France and stuff.
France, Italy. France, Spain. I saw Germany this morning as well.
Yeah.
Germany picking up. Yeah, if you look at the Dixie now, you can see the last 3 weeks. Last 3 weeks, we're trying to stabilise here. You see, look, right now, as we speak, guys, the dollar is pushing for that positive close. Man, we haven't had a positive close since mid-June, dude.
Wow.
You see that? That's substantial.
Yeah.
So I think, we could be in room for a recovery here, just looking on the naked chart. I'm trying to think. So, what else is going on? GBP. Let's take a look at GBP. GBP's getting battered this morning. Let's put it on a 4-hour. Woo! Woo-hoo!
That's a big candle.
Yeah, that's a big candle. So it's looking at these charts with no analysis on. So yeah, obviously this is like a double top, 1 top, 2 top. The neckline of support down here. If that breaks, it's going to drop again. And the thing is, I think GBP, if you look at all that pumping. If we just bring this on a daily chart, it's been pumping, right? Obviously today pulling back. I think that there's optimism around heading into these meetings this week, because back in a Friday we saw comments from Frost. He's like, confident we can get a deal, we can make some progress. But then Barnier this morning just thrown complete cold water on that. Yeah, and GBP, like you can see, we just saw that 4-hour candle. Yeah, GBP absolutely hating it. And I think, like you say, officials like Frost, UK negotiator, they keep pumping a bit of optimism into the market, and then Barnier just keeps coming back, because Barnier has been very consistent. He keeps on every time after negotiations. He's like, I don't think we're going to get a deal. He's just real. Exactly. He's just being realistic. Like the UK guys are just like providing false hope. Yeah. You know what? Can I just say something right now? Most people that voted Brexit were missold. Okay, completely. They're missold, dude. Yeah. They were missold, because have we got control over our borders right now? No. France are letting everyone in. The UK are like, Obviously, with the migrants, I don't have anything against migrants. The other day, if they're fleeing from obviously troubles, fine, of course.
Yeah.
But the UK had the cheek to be like, France, get a grip with your borders, help us out, stop letting people in. But then this is what you wanted. You wanted control of your own borders.
I know.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean.
Guys,
I know what you mean. It was like, because the argument to stay in, the thing is, a lot of the people that voted Brexit, they didn't believe in this argument, but a lot of the people that wanted to stay in the EU, they were saying, like, we'll actually have more power in the EU. But then for a lot of people, they couldn't work out, but hang on a minute, how are we going to have more power if, we can't fully do exactly what we want to do? But the thing is, if you're part of that system, like, you have more power to have things actually go your way.
Yeah.
Because instead of being the little guy on the outside of the big group, you're part of the group. But, yeah, don't know, dude.
it's true. Let's just bring this back to the markets for a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. The UK is in the toilet in the sense of, okay, we're in a lot more trouble than other people, okay? So obviously we've dealt with coronavirus like everyone else.
Yeah.
We've dealt with coronavirus, we're dealing with. We might have a second wave, potentially. A lot of people saying September.
Yeah.
See the case rise in Eurozone. Now, these buffoons in the UK are prepared potentially to let us... Man, this is going to be uncharted territory, because if we leave on WTO terms, Joel, this country is in trouble. A lot of trouble. GU will go to parity. Mate, because bear in mind, we had the worst of all time, like, contraction in our GDP following the coronavirus situation.
Yeah.
But now imagine that and Brexit.
Yeah, trying to recover. Like, and so the other thing is, like, that's not the only economic challenge, potentially. Like, we were talking about this earlier, I think, and I was talking about it with Dan. The UK government is slowly unwinding this furlough scheme, which has been keeping a lot of people in work. But by the end of the year, that will have been mostly unwound. So unemployment is going to be going up.
It's going to spike.
And there's not really anything we can do about it. And to be honest, I don't really have a political opinion on whether they should or they shouldn't unwind it, because it's like, can we really afford to keep everyone on furlough forever?
Well, let's just quickly say something, just quickly on that before.
Yeah.
Remember today we saw the budget deficit jumping up to 3 trillion, wasn't it? Or 2 trillion?
2 trillion.
For the first time ever.
Yeah.
So it's huge debt for the UK there as well.
Yeah.
So we've got coronavirus, we've got huge debt, and now we've got Brexit as well.
Yeah.
And unemployment is going
going
to be
up.
spiking
So,
up.
like you say, it's like, why give yourself more problems?
It's true.
Like with a WTO exit from the EU.
Hey, I don't know how political it is, but man, these guys need to put egos aside, dude, and just do what's in the best interest of the country. These guys are forgetting, we're up here in a bubble, we're paying minimal taxes, we get on all these expenses for all of our stuff, all of our mistresses and things, and, they're forgetting about the everyday person, that the everyday family is going to suffer.
I know. Because it's not, I know what they're doing, they're playing like that brinksmanship game.
Yeah.
They don't actually want to leave on WTO terms. They want a deal. But they're playing tough guys, aren't they?
Well, they
But
are.
the thing is, in the interim, the rest of us are suffering because of coronavirus, but also there's all this uncertainty because of, not knowing where the trade deal is going to be or if we're going to have one. And that causes businesses to suffer and people to suffer as well. So
it's true. Just a quick 2 points, just to round off on that. On your said about, obviously, that it's a tactic. All right. Might be, but they're preparing businesses. I've seen like billboards and stuff. You prepared for Brexit, and they're trying to get people. You can't just casually try and get people ready. Like Nathaniel next door, his company, they're very reliant on their EU partners. Now, if they're going to be slapped on this WTO tax, it's going to be it's going to put a lot of people out of business. People will price them out, and small businesses like that will be done. More unemployed. So that's one point. So they're prepared, Joel. They are prepared to leave with no WTO terms. And then. My last point is the EU want to make an example out of Britain, okay? They don't want any other country to follow. They were like, it's not that easy, and we're going to make an example out of Britain right until the end.
Yeah.
Because Italy, consensus picking up actually, there's a bit of a movement at the moment in Italy trying to push, there's a party trying to push for Italian exit.
Yeah.
What do we call that?
Italexit or something? I don't know.
That
sounded stupid.
Yeah, it did, to be fair. But it just shows, so they want to make an example out of us, dude. So, yeah, man. So anyway, GBP... in trouble. You heard it here first. In trouble. GU parity. What else been going on? Let's talk about NZD. Might as well talk about NZD.
NZD, yeah. I mean, it's still an underperformer, really. I mean, it's been very, very choppy this week. Like, it's had days of big gains and followed by days of big losses. I think it's actually right as we speak on Friday, midday, doing all right today. But generally heading lower. And there's only one thing going on. It's dovish RBNZ.
Very dovish.
Because we've had quite a few speakers out this week, and they're just slamming with the dovishness, like talking about negative rates and just talking about all those dovish things.
Those negative rates, that would be like, at the moment, no other central banks implemented that, have they?
ECB.
Oh, excuse me. Okay,
So ECB,
you're
Japan,
right. And Japan,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Swiss National Bank as well, but that's it.
SNB. Yes, you're right. Excuse me. Totally forgot. It's just because they've been in place for so long, though.
I know, you forget.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
been for a while. Okay.
Many years.
So anyway, that would be very harmful for NZD. Very harmful.
Very harmful.
And then let's just add on another whammy. US and China. If that escalates, it's going to hurt AUD, NZD as well.
Yeah.
Things are not good. Trump, I don't know what tactics Trump's playing, but he knows, look, November elections is around the corner. Does he really want to get this sort of heated right now? Can he afford to?
I don't know, because for him, it might be a good election tactic. This has been one of the things that people have been saying for a while, because like there's quite a big distrust of China in America. So he can play up to that. I'm the tough guy on China. And then he can be like, oh, Joe Biden, who's running against, he's weakling, and also he's trying to convince everyone that Joe Biden's like got dementia and stuff.
I know.
as well.
Oh, he's ruthless, isn't he?
It's
I know.
ruthless, really.
He is ruthless, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that think that, though.
Oh my god, this guy makes me laugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting tactic potentially. What else have we had this week? I think that's pretty much it, dude, isn't it? Would you say?
I think so. Of all the major stuff.
I guess today is. Oh, you mentioned the PMI has been.
That's part of the dollar story, really, isn't it?
I think that's pretty much it. Next week, I think for me, just the highlight. I was looking at the economic calendar, preparing the members for next week. It's just Jackson Hole, really.
Yeah.
Jerome Powell, chair, taking centre stage, but probably unlikely to give too much away. Bear in mind, their meeting's going to be in a couple of weeks after that in September. Their rate decision. So maybe, I think, from what I've been reading, I think he's likely to outline a few things that the team have been discussing, say the team, the members, and then what they could be more likely to do, but without giving away too much, you know. Perhaps it could just be a non-event, to be fair.
I think there's a risk that markets might be disappointed again. Like they were.
Dollar bulls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm positioning for that as well. Agreed. Yeah.
That in my headphones, that sounded so weird. I was like,
But yeah, dude. You know what? Jackson Hole, for anyone that doesn't know, it used to be one of the most, it used to be the highlight of the year, because this was where the Federal Reserve, the first time they ever announced QE, quantitative easing. That was it. And the markets went crazy. Yeah, that was the first time.
When was that, like 5 or 6 years ago? Or
yeah, it's back in the crisis, pre-crisis, or just in the middle of crisis, whenever. But first ever time. Yeah, 10 years ago, dude. Yeah, it's crazy.
Nice,
yeah, so
nice.
apart from that, I think got like Canadian GDP, US GDP, pretty much it really.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
But bless Joel, that was a good one. And
Nice.
stay lit, baby. Let's get it.